Greetings from Tokyo, my dear friends. This is Daisuke, and I hope you're doing very well today. I must give a shout out to our dear friend, Tim Holm. Thank you very much, Tim, for forwarding to me an article that can be found at the Hollywood Reporter website, hollywoodreporter.com. And Tim very generously sent this to me as a link, and I looked at the article, and it was very interesting with respect to Netflix and the Criterion Collection. So thank you very much, Tim, and please everyone make sure to thank Tim for letting me know about this. And so also thank you very much for giving me your permission to talk about this in a video. And what is this, you may ask? Well, this is, if you look at the article, and I suggest you click on the article right now, or maybe as you're watching this particular video. It is from the HollywoodReporter.com. It is called Netflix's The Irishman Marriage Story Added to Criterion Collection. And this was published on January 24, 2020 by Etan Vlessing. It says, after Roma, 4 more of the streaming giant's picks, including American Factory and Atlantic's, will get Blu-ray and DVD releases. Netflix has added 4 more movie titles for Blu-ray and DVD releases this year via the Criterion Collection. And then it goes on to list them. Irishman, Marriage Story, American Factory, and Atlantic's. And then it also mentions that earlier, Netflix's Roma by Alfonso Cuarón became the first of the streaming giant's films to join the Criterion Library of Classic and Contemporary Films and is set for a February 11 home video release. And then the article goes on to describe in brief summary form the films in question, and also gives a brief summary as to what the Criterion Collection is. So, this is very interesting news. So we have these 4 films, American Factory, Atlantic's, The Irishman, and Marriage Story. And according to this article, it says Netflix has added 4 more movie titles for Blu-ray and DVD releases this year via the Criterion Collection. So it says this year and Blu-ray and DVD releases. So I think the obvious takeaways to get at first from this article is we have physical media releases of Netflix films scheduled, or at least it appears that they will likely be released later this year, which is 2020. Now, is this article believable or not? I think we can take this to be quite trustworthy, given the source and also the like. And also, we can remember that Criterion will release Netflix's Roma in February 2020. And if you recall, at the time of the Criterion announcement for that film, there had been some quite healthy speculation that had been fueled due to the release announcement. To the extent that, or in essence stating that, this might be a sign of things to come with respect to Netflix and Criterion in the future, or it could be just a one-off, who knows. Well, I think this is an indication that yes, there is, or there has been, some kind of relationship between Netflix and Criterion, to the extent that Criterion will be releasing a number of Netflix films to the physical media catalog of the Criterion Collection. Now, whether this is part of one whole deal between Netflix and Criterion, maybe they're just one-off separate licensing agreements, or maybe it's a matter of maybe we might get more Netflix films, who knows. That I cannot say. I can only speculate, and that is between Netflix and Criterion and their respective lawyers, right? So, but as far as what this could mean, obviously this is great news on its face, because we are getting, assuming that this article is true, and I think it is, then we are getting 4 new titles this year, which is going to be exciting. Now, when are they going to come this year? Who knows? And nothing is set in stone with Criterion, as you know. So sometimes, even with set release schedules, things can get delayed. So this isn't automatically 100% a sure thing that we will get these 4 films this year. But in all likelihood, assuming that release schedules go as planned, then the likelihood is very high that we will get these 4 films this year. So this is really great. And this is I think, very exciting, because for whatever reason, Netflix has decided that it wants to, or it has agreed to, release a certain portion of its catalog through the Criterion Collection. So hopefully this will mean that there's enough of a trust in the professional relationship between these two parties, such that even if this is just a one-off and that the deal ends here, hopefully this could mean that there could be more deals in the future, if you know what I mean. So fingers crossed that this could mean more potential releases of Netflix films in the Criterion Collection in the months and the years to come. But in the meantime, I think this is, of course, quite exciting news indeed. Very, very exciting. And it's just a splendid thing. Now, of these 4 films, I have not yet seen American Factory, and I have not yet seen Atlantics. I have seen The Irishman, and I have seen Marriage Story, but I haven't seen these other 2 films, and so this will be very exciting. I don't know, maybe I should try to watch them now, or maybe I should try to wait until they eventually emerge into the Criterion Collection. Who knows? But in any event, my friends, as far as the 2 that I have seen, The Irishman and Marriage Story, I think I've spoken about The Irishman a little bit on this channel, but I saw Marriage Story and I was quite moved, and very moved indeed by that film. It really touched me in a way that I was quite taken aback by. It was very powerful, very raw, and it ultimately artistically brilliant work on many levels, the acting and the technical background details, etc. Brilliant work. So it's I cannot wait to talk about it more. And if it is indeed coming to the Criterion Collection, then that will be great. Wow, wouldn't it be great to do a live stream or something on Marriage Story? And then, speaking of which, The Irishman, I was just thinking the other day, oh gosh, I would really love to see The Irishman released on a Blu-ray somewhere, anywhere. And here we go. We have The Irishman coming to the Criterion Collection, which is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So that is something to look forward to very much, because as some of you may know from watching other videos on this channel, I was really, really impressed by The Irishman, and I enjoyed it very much. So, and I saw it many times, and during the time that I was able to. So this is incredible news. So, my friends, what do you think about this news? Do you think that this is... are you excited about this as I am? Hopefully you are. And do you think that this means that there might be more Netflix films from the Criterion into the Criterion Collection in the near future? I mean, there has been much talk, for instance, about one of the latest things to drop on Netflix, which is the short film by David Lynch. And so, I mean, that's a Netflix film, right? And so, could that mean then that a David Lynch short film might also be released in the Criterion Collection. That's pure speculation on my part, but let's speculate for a minute. If that were indeed to be the case, then is it just a short film, or do you think that there could be other David Lynch works that could be accompanying that film? Maybe a feature film that could be accompanying that film? Who knows? Who knows? So, in other words, I think the way in which this can also fuel further healthy speculation is really wonderful. So, my friends, what do you think about this announcement? Or not this announcement, I should say. It's technically speaking, it's an article by the Hollywood Reporter. Do you think it's true? Do you think this is trustworthy? If so, are you excited by this? And if so, do you think that this means more things to come between Netflix and Criterion and that sort of thing? If you don't mind, I would love to hear what it is you have to say. Please feel free to leave comments in the comment section below. Okay, my friends, so that's it for now. Once again, thank you very much to Tim for sending me this article and letting me know about this really interesting news. And if it is true, and I think it is true, then we are in for a really exciting 2020 indeed. So until we meet again, my friends, please be happy and healthy and well, and please keep on watching a lot of great, great movies. So until we meet again, my friends, cheers.